something I'm now using with some high achieving but rough and sometimes bullying people that I mentor. Good people, but are frustrated, and they show it. And what I leverage is, and I'm a mentor more than a coach. What I leverage is, and I don't mentor anyone that I don't think the world of and that I don't enjoy. And they pick up that, you enjoy me? Yeah, you're basically a good person. You're very smart. You're talented. You're just a jerk. But, what's not to like? And I don't have to work under you. You're just a jerk. But I say it with a smile and love, and they love that. So this is what they're using now. And I borrowed it from my 7 mentors who have died, and I have something called the Dead Mentor Society. So I use this to calm me down. They're all dead. And here's the steps. So, and he really wants to be more poised. He really wants to be more quietly formidable, which I guess people say I am, as opposed to, pushy and condescending. So he's trained himself that when he's starting to feel reactive and that amygdala is bubbling, the first thing he says to himself is, game on.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, he loves it. For competitive people, game on. And then I want him to start venting at me in his head using any language he wants. And then,
but totally in his head, not verbally yet.
Not verbally to anyone. And I'm not even hearing. I say, knock me out and just vent about whatever you're angry about. And then I want you to hear me saying lovingly, put a sock in it. And then I want you to yell at me in your head. I don't care. You think you're such a, big, you write these books and you think you're such a hot chap, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to put a sock in him. And so I say, in your head, I want you to punch yourself out. Yeah, I know you think that I'm full of BS and all that stuff. And yeah, you're right. I can be a little bit condescending, but put a sock in it anyway. And so what happens is these people I'm mentoring, they love the feeling of someone being forceful like that, but in a loving way. And they like the expression. I mean, that's what I see when I'm beating up on myself, because I generally don't beat up on people, but I beat up on myself. And when I, think I've gone, like, you're so loving, I probably can't do too many things wrong with you. But in the past, I'd do an interview like this, and afterwards I'd beat up on myself. I'd say, Mark, could you be a little less tangential? You're all over the place. And I would call upon any of my dead mentors, and in my mind, I would be venting at myself. I can't believe I just did it again. And what they all say to me is, Mark, put a sock in it. Oh, but I can't believe I did it again. Mark, put a sock in it. I died of lung cancer because I was a smoker. So if you want to think who's the idiot, I think I win. And so I get into this argument in my head with them. And that's what these people I mentor do. And then the next thing, so the thing is, game on. They start to vent, put a sock in it. And then I say to them, downshift. So, and what downshift means is, if you've ever driven a stick shift car or a motorcycle, it gives you traction. Mm-hmm. If you accelerate, you go off a cliff. But when you downshift, just even saying the word, a lot of these people, men and women, when they go downshift, it lowers the tone inside their brain. It's like downshift. And so what they do is, after they've vented, after they put a sock in, I go downshift. And then I say, take a deep breath. And then I end with, okay, now what? And then if they start venting, I say, okay, back to the sock drawer. Go on, knock yourself out. But they love the sequence, and especially people who don't want insights, they don't want understanding, they want a solution. So to go through it again, because you can use this using your mentors to stop yourself from beating up on yourself, or with other people that you mentor. So it's game on, that alerts you. They vent in their head. They hear you say, put a sock in it. They yell at you. When they knock themselves out, you say downshift. They downshift. You say, and they breathe. Okay, take a few deep breaths. Now what? Can you see it in your mind's eye?
Absolutely. And I'm thinking about it just in terms of somebody doing it with themselves. I mean, I was imagining that myself when I'm, critiquing something I did, just like you were saying. To put a sock in it is a great, because it makes you smile and laugh. So
Absolutely.
you can't be as annoyed or frustrated with yourself if you're seeing the humor in it. And so to put a sock in it, to me, brings the awareness level up that I'm going off on this tangent on myself. And what good is that doing? This is something that happened. I can't change it. So what can I do going forward that will be better? That's more productive and more helpful than trying to, rant at myself or why didn't you do this, that, or the other thing. So I love that. That's great.
Yeah.